your North Atlantic Division Quality Management System representative. I'm also a member of the National Steering Committee on the Quality Management System. QMS is a tool that just got fielded within the last year or so. It's a way we do things in a consistent manner and to improve our business process. I'm here seated with Colonel Duke DeLuca, our NAD commander. Sir, would you like to share some thoughts on your QMS?
Yes, thanks very much, Armando. I would. QMS is extremely important to the North Atlantic Division and the Army Corps of Engineers for several reasons. Many of you have had to deploy to emergency management teams inside the U.S. in response to a hurricane, tornado, earthquake, or other disaster. Many of you have deployed, as I have, to Iraq and Afghanistan. Each of you knows the frustration of joining a team and having to learn a new process for doing some of the same things that you did in your home district. In most of these situations, overseas and at home, in crises, we don't have time to learn a new organizational culture or establish one. We are still deployed abroad, and we will always have emergencies at home that have to form ad hoc teams to execute functions in a high-stress environment, expecting to achieve results right away. QMS is the tool that will enable us to do that, and that's why it's so important to our efforts here in North Atlantic Division. Another thing that QMS will do, it's going to set up a structure that will promote regional work sharing. It's going to allow us to capture lessons learned better, refine a standard process year after year after year until it is so perfect is probably the wrong word, until it is so good that our organization truly is great. It's perceived as great by all our clients, and it obviously is great in the results that we're delivering and the timelines that we're delivering them under. The other thing that QMS will do is it's going to allow us to improve our efficiency, and because we will operate by a standard set of procedures, every client around the world, including some who interact with many districts, with multiple divisions, they will understand our processes. We will be more transparent to them. They will understand how we are working, why we're doing the things we do, and in the end, our clients will be much happier when they know that something is happening and they understand how it works. Lack of standardized processes equals a lack of transparency, and that is not good for any governmental organization in America, including this agency. The last and most important thing about QMS is it offers us all an opportunity to submit our great ideas for how we should do business in a smarter way, a more transparent way, a faster way, a way that will deliver higher quality. Many of you have these ideas. Some of you have been able to implement them in your geographic districts, others have not. Now is the time to submit those as part of the QMS documentation process and get those ideas into our standard practices. We truly want our standard practices to be best practices, and the way that will happen is if we all speak up. For that reason, I'd like you all to check out the online portal for QMS, navigate around it and see what's going on, and then you should talk to your QMS champions. Armando, perhaps you can tell us what the QMS team has been doing so far and the achievements.
Sure, sir. We, along with other MSCs, labs, centers, high-performance offices, have provided initial feedback to the QMS system, and we're improving it along the way. It's still a work in progress, but most of our processes are loaded there. We're still looking for more contributions from the field. We recently had the military transformation processes published. That's out there working. People are following it. We've had real estate, logistics, contracting. They're all been standardized, and the national team of those functional officers are following them. Lastly, other MSCs, not any at this point, but MSCs like Pacific Ocean Division, Louisville Division, Huntsville, they've got ISO certification based on this system. And that's a good thing in that it enforces the documentation and the auditing and the improvement of that system. It's formally documented. The QMS is designed for any office to do so.
Right.
If they want to pursue ISO documentation, ISO certification, great. If not, you don't have to. The system's wide open to do that. But if you follow QMS, you are basically following ISO 9001, which is good for your organization. I'd like to share some names of our QMS champions and managers that we have established at NAD. There's one in each district.
If you have any questions about QMS, the process of documentation and where it stands, and how you can contribute, you need to talk to the QMS champion in your district. I encourage you to do so. I hope you were able to understand why we think this is so important to the Corps, to its mission, to the Army, really to the joint military force, our missions overseas, as well as our responsibilities to help in emergencies at home. And
Wow, sir, you're really committed to QMS. And thank you for your interview here.
Thank you, Armando, for all the work that your team is working on, and thank you for the work that you have done and will continue to do so that we can achieve all our goals in the USACE quality management system.